Fiora.
Ah, the breeze feels so good.
Yeah. I'd forgotten what it feels like. I never thought it could be so quiet here.
You're spending too much time with Reyn. You're getting used to all the noise he makes.
Yeah, maybe.
It's so peaceful. You know, Shulk, I hope every day can be like this, always.
Hey. Have you been to see Dunban?
Yeah.
I just can't do it. You got more guts than me.
Not at all. It was him that consoled me.
Oh. I guess that's the type of guy he is.
Yeah. Even without the Monado, he's the strongest person I know.
Shulk, how are you holding up?
I'm fine, but... you...
I will shed no tears.
Huh?
A year ago, I felt the same sense of deep loss that I do now.
The Battle of Sword Valley.
After that battle, many of my friends did not make it home. While I was being brought here on that stretcher, they were all I thought about. But I decided I would not cry. Everyone who died in that war had something they wanted to protect. Family, friends, loved ones, their home. So they fought to protect them. And we won. No matter how painful, no matter how hard, it's nothing to be sad about. I decided that there and then.
Dunban.
Shulk, Fiora would tell you the same thing. She wanted to protect us. Or rather, she wanted to protect you. And you're alive now. So, I will not cry.
Okay.
Remember the gift of life that Fiora gave you, and treasure it.
I can't say that I understand. But I hope to. Someday.
That is all I ask. Believe me, I'm always just trying to understand.
Treasure the gift of life that Fiora gave you. He's one of a kind, that Dunban.
I've made a decision.
Huh?
My purpose in life. I will pursue that faced Mechon.
Shulk.
They attacked our colony. Killed Fiora. I will find that Mechon. Find it and destroy it. Destroy them all. What are you laughing at?
Sorry. It's just a bit weird. I never thought you'd be the one to say it.
So you agree?
Course, man. I'm just surprised you came out with it first.
You thought I'd try and talk you out of it? That's not what Fiora would want. That sound right?
Yeah. Something like that. I thought you'd give me a hard time.
In my head, there are two versions of me. One of them is saying that. It's telling me, listen to what Dunban said.
What about the other one?
It keeps shouting, make them pay. Destroy every single one of them. And it won't stop getting louder.
That doesn't sound like you. Sure it ain't my voice in there.
Might be. It's a bit of a loudmouth.
There you go then. So, when are we heading off?
Right now.
Perfect. Right then.
Yeah.
yourselves, boys. As soon as this heals, I'll be right behind you. And then we will seize our destiny. Together. No! Huh? Oh.
It's all very well going after that metal-faced Mechon. But shouldn't we have some kind of plan?
How about checking out Colony 6?
Colony 6. The only other Homs colony left.
Colony 6 is on the way to Sword Valley, where there's supposed to be a Mechon base. If that's where they came from, maybe the people in Colony 6 saw something.
Good point. They might even know something about that metal-faced Mechon. So, we go past the Magmel ruins and up through Tefra Cave. Then we should arrive at the Bionist Knee.
Yeah. And if we can get to the knee, it ain't far to Colony 6, right?
Sounds like a plan. Let's head to Colony 6.
Sounds like a plan indeed. Hey everyone, welcome back to Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. In the last episode, the Mechon invaded our home, and a great loss occurred. And, well, the only thing that we can do is press on. I think that's what you would have wanted. Anyway though, in this episode though, we are gonna go as Shulk mentioned, and through Tefra Cave. But for now, let us take a brief look at Colony 9. Now, just so you know, all of the side quests that you didn't take or did take but didn't get around to doing, you can still do them. The attack on Colony 9 was never a point of no return. There is some instances of that in this game, but I will let you know fair at the time. Hello. But now, you see, there's rubble. One of the things that I do love about this game is that you could definitely see the instruction Mechon left, albeit a bit brief and not as much as I would like, but you know what, the thought's there, and honestly, every NPC dialogue has changed now. We're not going to go through every single one, but we passed through this guy a few times. Let's say hi. Hello there, young'un. I got something that might interest you. Right, rabbit, something to tell you. It's about this here furnace. When creatures die, they leave evil crystals behind. Everyone knows that, don't they? Ether particles in the body are... Oops, that stuff's too complicated.
You should have learned that when you were 13 from your parents.
Oh boy. Just remember that creatures drop ether crystals when they die. But I haven't got the best parts yet. Ready? Don't be shocked. This furnace compresses ether crystals and removes impurities. Use it to make ether gems. What? No reaction? Kids these days. Don't know how amazing this thing is. You can use the furnace to make ether gems. They've got a powers of ether crystals, but highly condensed. Though those ether gems can give you all sorts of powers. They're great for using the home or battle defense force. It's to put in weapons or armor with slots. What? It's not much of a reaction. Never mind. You'll break quicker if you just try it. If you want to give it a try, just put gems in your weapon slots. That weapon of yours do fine. You, sir, are one of the most generous people on the Bionis. Here is another element of our combat gear. So, if we want to go to party and change equipment, you'll see that we have gems which equate to a lot of things, either more HP, more strength, etc, etc. The list goes on. Now, the only way that we can equip it is if you go to change equipment. Any armor or any weapon that has an S by its name, you have slots. Now, some can range from 1 slot to 2 slots to 3 slots, so you can mix and match. There is a bit more complication to this, but I'll let it sink in for now. But now, that hits the slot. Ah, the puns. The puns. Never ends. Looks like you've been bewitched by the power of gems. I know that feeling. I suppose you want to try making your own gem? You're just in time. Have I got a treat in store for you? I've just fixed this furnace. She's warmed up and ready to go. You don't need to pay me. I could never charge friends of the great hero of Dunban. Use as much you like.
Yeah, Dunban gives us benefits.
Dunban is truly a friend with benefits. Now, I'm gonna slow things down here because this, in my honest opinion, especially starting out, this is one of the most complicated elements of the game, as far as, you know, crafting is concerned. So, what this is it's complicated to say, even talking about it now. When you kill a monster, it can sometimes have a certain drop. Those drops have certain qualities to them, either more HP or more strength and so on and so on. You have to find ones of matching types, and you have to get the quality over 100%. If it's not over 100%, you can't make it into a gem to equipped. Otherwise, it's just useless and just clogging up your inventory.
If it gets less than 100%, it becomes a cylinder and you can use it later.
Yeah, but otherwise, you can't use it. Now how about you making these gems is that you have to have 2 party members make the gem. Each of them have a strong element and a weak element. And depending on how lucky you are, it just depends in what comes out. And of course, this is when affinity could be beneficial, because the closer you are to a party members, the more attempts you have in making a better quality gem. Like the cylinders we got for the Mechon. If we look, this one has a muscle up. Now, on this menu, though those that are in highlights are the ones that coincide with what you already have. As you can see there, this one has muscle up, but also contains a little bit of strength up. Now you can prioritize whichever you want. It's really up to you.
I'm all over that.
Then you watch your mini game take place.
All right, good job.
Now what just happened there briefly is that we got us riding the waves, man. So it seems basically an element of burst affinity. Basically, it just gives you a slight buff slight buff in your crafting and gives it a bit of a bonus. So this is it might take you a while to get a grasp of this, but this, Lord knows, it took us a freaking long time to get a grasp of it.
Yeah.
But it is beneficial to kill monsters and explore simply on what you might be able to find. And I will say this going forward, you would want to always keep things like agility in mind. Because in my eyes, agility is one of the most important stats in this game, bar none. Basically, in a nutshell, if you're not quick enough with enemies, your attacks are not going to land. This makes late game pretty difficult, but we're not going to get into that. I'm just going to let you know, but just keep agility in mind. Nice little animations there, and we get a bit of boom for our buck. And as the guy said, you can use this thing as many times as you want, and you won't have to risk losing money or anything of the sort. And of course, if we're able to equip something, we get that. And if you couldn't tell, just by doing that brief bit, we got 2 achievements and the bonuses that come of it. This game is very worth your time if you want to just do everything, because guess what? If you want to do everything, it gives a little back.
You make evil gems already? If not, go do it now. It's best. I say you should make gem for strength up. Be strong in battle.
Nobody's not wrong. Its strength is important, but you know what? Again, it's not the most important aspect about it. But as we're going around and talking to colony residents, let's just talk about the elephant in the room from last episode. I don't think I'm wrong in saying that scene, it never fails to hit me in the feels.
I know.
This is probably the first time in a long time which I've had to stop recording because, again, damn feels, man.
We didn't even have it in us to talk during the second phase of Metal Face's battle.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna talk about the cutscene briefly because we haven't really discussed the definitive editions or editions of this edition, if that makes any sense. The expressions of that cutscene, it emphasizes the scene tenfold, in my humble opinion. Because not only is the music booming and the action is really good, but just the expressions make that cutscene. In the original, you were tied down by graphical fidelity and what you could, get away with. In that cutscene, though, you could see Fiora's triumph, and also how quickly that turned. Not to mention with Shulk, Dunban, and Reyn as well.
Dunban's expression there too.
Well, we might as well take our gradation out on something. Metal Face was exactly this. Evil. Well, if you couldn't tell, here is another unique monster. Now that in combat, even though we only have Shulk and Reyn with us, we can still initiate chain attack except with just 2 people. No, enough much to say about this unique monster right here, except it just emphasizes in attack and speed. Again, if you weren't fast enough, you would be missing this constantly, and you would just be having a bad time.
Yeah, he's a toughie when you first come up Tefra Hill.
Yeah. So we are just gonna go up through a Tefra cave, and that we're going through, we just wanted to just talk about I guess while we're here, I'm gonna go into a bit of a behind the scenes almost. In the book found in the Monado archives, as in like a third party book explaining everything about Xenoblade and its development, the game director wanted to emphasize how they wanted to have a Fiora stick around just long enough in the game, just so you gain attached to her, and it hits harder when it happens.
Yeah.
And I can say, it really did its job. Now, there's nothing much to speak on Tephra Cave, so I think, we're just going to let it play out and have a listen to the soundtrack, because we have already, well, unless you want to kill that skeet, or in which case I don't mind. Sorry, buddy. You're still not going to the prom no matter what you do.
Let's not lose our heads, though.
And we still have yet to do this like this. But we'll get around to it post haste. Just give us a second.
Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I got turned around.
Oh, that's a good sign.
Yeah.
They need to get their act together, don't they? Oh no. So we're just gonna let the song play out, unless you want to take on something. Okay. Yeah, so we're just gonna let it play out and just enjoy the sights and sounds. I just didn't think a Skeeter deserved to live. Let's just say Shulk walks in kind of a vengeful mood.
Yeah, he's vindictive because he can't take Fiora to the prom.
Ouch! Ouch! I didn't even think of that. Dude, it's kind of harsh. As Shulk gets stuck between a bridge. Good boy. That's exactly what Fiora would have wanted. That's not all though. Things have changed, and now Defense Force is here, and it seems like they do have a few things for us. Oh, just in time. I think my partner went and checked out this still underhanger. I'm worried he's not back yet. That doesn't sound good, Beep Boop. Didn't you see the strange machines that were there when the Mechon attacked? I'm really worried. Can you take a look for me? I'm really worried. Although if things turn out nasty, you can always jump in the lake like we did.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's also pretty scary. Like the Colonel. Ron, how about it? You want to help out Defense Force, buddy?
I don't get a say.
You're just coming along for the ride, Ryan. You're like a second wheel. So let's just deal with it. You want more? Oh, great. I've got something else I'd like you to do. Will you hear me out? I want you to collect an arachno silicon, blah 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 blah. This when generic quests are gonna come in. So we're not gonna show them on screen, but we'll show us killing the monsters when we do.
This door. It was closed when we came past before. But it's open now.
Maybe it was programmed to open up in case of Mechon emergency. The way to the Bionis knee is just ahead. You ready?
Yeah, let's go.
That's all well and good, but I feel like we've got a responsibility to our fellow homs, so let's just visit at the hangar and see if that guy isn't dead. And come on, the last thing we need now is more more blood on our hands. Nothing ever happens when you go up there. My God. We get attacked, Fiora dies, the soldier's gonna die. Wonderful.
Let's make sure to save another soldier.
If we can.
Hello.
Hey, why's he worried about me? He's always worrying about something or other. You can see I'm fine. Ain't nothing wrong here. There's no point in reporting back. You can just carry on worrying. Anyway, thanks for coming here. Take this. I don't know. I don't care. Some might say it's going AWOL, but eh.
Hello.
What am I gonna do? I was supposed to make sure we kept it safe. This it. I must dropped in Tephra Cave. A problem occurred. Boot beep. That pen was important to me, and I went and lost it. I've looked everywhere, but I can't find it. Was it really that important since you dropped it like an idiot? My girlfriend gave it to me for luck when I joined the force. Oh yeah, I remember. Really love that thing. I think it's come back to me. I was near Bill Lake in Tephra Cave and rocks started falling. I rushed out in a hurry. I think I dropped it somewhere near the block path. Sorry to ask, but could you go and look for it for me? I mean, I could report in and do it, but I'm not gonna. We have terrible men in our colony.
In the defense force. No wonder why Vanguard always gets so mad.
Not for that. There was a guy outside at the military defense force saying, I lost my wedding ring. I lost my pens that my girlfriend gave me. Shulk, I let Fiora die. We have terrible guys in the colony. My word. Man, Vanguard wasn't wrong as you said. We are a bunch of slackers. But hey, at least he's fine. At least it's fine. I don't mean to make light of the situation. That, buddy, you can take care. You can take care of him. All you, man. All you. No, well, Big Daddy got bored. Thank God. And the enemies in Xenoblade do have an attack range. Okay, yeah, they phase through. I guess they're ghost lizards now, I suppose. Yeah, enemies do have an attack range, but once you get outside of it, they pretty much escape you.
And this is just generic quests.
Yep. Are you done yet? Thank God! That's gonna do a quick bit of maintenance here. No, nothing much. Let's just say Shulk lost the color of his shirt.
An ether lamp.
Don't traders use these things as guideposts?
Yeah. We can follow them to the Bionis knee.
Okay. But if armed traders need guideposts, it must be pretty dangerous in here. Let's keep our wits about us.
Definitely.
And this is my first minor complaint of the game. I feel like that cutscene was a bit needless.
Yeah.
Because you are a JRPG, you're in a cave, not to mention the things we have already seen. Yeah, I feel like the dangers are self-explanatory, if I suppose. But I feel like with that, guys, we're gonna call things there. Short and sweet, but making our way through a Tephra Cave, and I gotta get ourselves out of here. So, next time on Xenoblade Chronicles, we'll be exploring the rest of Tephra Cave and making our way to the Bionis knee. Let's face it, we kind of need to do it. My wife is unimpressed. Thanks for watching, guys. If you liked the video, be sure to like it, And please do, if you disliked it, as well as my bad jokes, in which case I don't blame you, I apologize. But if you want to subscribe, see more content like this, then be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time, where hopefully Shulk will get his color back. Probably not, because he's always looking so pasty.
I was gonna say that.
She likes my joke now. How quickly it turns. See you next time, guys.